Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rahaza, and if this is the first time that you're seeing my face, then welcome. It's so nice to have you. So this video is a full-on winging it, zero notes, zero script. I just filmed another video, so I'm inspired. Here I am filming another one for you guys. And this is something I've been meaning to do, is just flow, talk on camera as if I'm talking to my bestie. So here we are. Today's video is about why you keep getting the same challenges over and over and over. So the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to why, I actually want to refer back to a Kabbalistic concept called Tikkun. And if you don't know what Kabbalah is an ancient spiritual wisdom over 2,000 years old, and it's actually a mysticism traditionally known to be in the Jewish sector. However, Kabbalah is actually a universal wisdom, and it was actually created before religion was even created. So it has nothing to do with religion, nothing to do with Judaism. It really is universal laws and teachings based on the Old Testament, and it's something that I've been studying for years. Actually, I grew up with my parents studying Kabbalah since I was born. They were studying it for 30 years at this point. I'm 22. Not to give like a whole breakdown of like my life and how I found Kabbalah. They were studying it my whole life. However, I was not always interested in spirituality, in self-development, in Kabbalah. But as I got older, I did begin to resonate a lot more with the teachings in Kabbalah. I started to see how the teachings were working in my own life and really took on and whatever I resonated with in Kabbalah and within other spiritual teachings. So everything I'm going to be speaking about in this video is rooted back to the foundational wisdom of Kabbalah. All right, so if you guys are interested in why these cycles keep repeating in your life, keep on watching. So basically, off the top of my head, what a tikkun is your soul's baggage, your personal soul's baggage. So when you came down, transformed from soul to human, every single human has a blueprint of things that they need to correct, of baggage they come into this world with, and baggage meaning it's their challenges, it's their biggest recurring patterns, as the title of this video. So basically, what is their main challenges in this life? And we're born into this world with this blueprint. So with this in mind, right away we can imagine, Kabbalah teaches that our soul chose the life that we're going to live in this human experience. And this is a challenging concept for many people, is that our soul actually chose our life experiences. What was the blueprint that we were going to enter into this life with? Who are our parents? Who are our siblings? Who are our teachers? Who are our friends? Who's our first boyfriend? Who's our first kiss? What's our first job? Like all of these things that create who we are in this life, that was all predetermined according to Kabbalah by our souls in the higher realm. Now, I know this is a challenging concept for many because with our limited human perceptions, a lot of us would ask, why would my soul choose a body where I hate my appearance? Why would my soul choose that? Why would my soul choose parents that neglected me as a child? Why would my soul choose someone to cheat on me in all 5 relationships that I've ever been in? That's a very valid question. And the answer to that question is because each soul has a correction. Each soul has a tikkun, and tikkun meaning a challenge, a big challenge that we need to get through. And we are going to continue to see this challenge replaying itself over and over and over in our lives until we're able to identify it and begin working towards eradicating it. Now, before you ask the question, is it possible to eradicate these tikkuns? It is possible. And we have multiple tikkuns, but usually in our life there's like this one core, big life challenge or event that sticks with us. That is like the core of our identity, the core quote unquote issue or baggage that we carry on in this life that we are going to continue seeing repeated in cycles. If that's an unworthiness wound, let's say at a very young age, we were made to feel unworthy in some way. That is a tikkun. That is something that we're going to carry on into every single relationship, into every single friendship, until we're able to recognize it and work on healing it at its root and transmuting it into light. So there are different types of tikkuns. You can have a tikkun with a person, right? Let's say you have a relationship with somebody in your life that is constantly just butting heads, constantly just trigger, the same cycle over and over, day and night, Groundhog Day with this person. Most likely you have a tikkun with them, meaning your souls made a contract in the higher realms that you are going to test each other in this life, that you are going to push each other's buttons to the max to be able to expand your soul, to grow, so your soul can get to a higher level. That's why we come to these physical bodies in the first place as human beings, is so that our soul can elevate and get to its next level. Oh, I kind of like that better. All right, guys, we got a little lighting change. I kind of like this better. What do we think? I like the darker vibe. If you guys haven't been able to tell, or you don't follow me on Instagram, I really like that like dark, sultry, mysterious vibe aesthetic for my page. So I kind of like that it's like darker. I got these new lighting systems. So anyway, right, okay, so let's say you now know what your tikkun is, or at least on some level. There's constantly layers that we're unpacking in this life. We figure out one level of tikkun, and then it expands and it gets to the next level and next level, and it's constantly evolving, constantly changing. We're constantly learning about ourselves and what our souls need to get to its next level, right? So let's say you have a solid idea of what this challenge is that keeps repeating in your life. What can we do about this? Okay, now you've recognized it, you've got the first step down. We also want to see how this tikkun, how this baggage, how this problem is serving us. Now that's not easy. That can be difficult, especially if we're in that mindset of like, this challenge is doing nothing but, putting me in a lower state or making me feel like shit all the time, or has been causing me pain. That's not easy to say, how is this serving me? But if we zoom out and we look at our life through a higher perspective, through the perspective of our soul, through the perspective of not me taking my life so personally, but rather, who is the observer? Who is the observer of this meat suit, of this body? Tapping into that energy of the consciousness that you are, that is detached from the body. That is your soul. That is your higher self. When you tap into that version of you, and you can do this through meditation, you can do this through visualization, you can do this through breath work, you can do this through many different ways of just being present and connecting with yourself, truly your true self, and asking yourself how this is serving you. Ask yourself in that place. When we zoom out, we're able to see things in our life a lot clearer. And once we can figure out how this is serving us in our life, we can then decide to let it go. We have to then take responsibility for changing our story. If, for example, the pattern you keep attracting is the same type of person, the same type of relationship, but in a different body, a different face, a different name, but the same energy, the same kind of person, the same way that they're treating you, if that's the case, I want you to take responsibility that there is some belief within you, there is some tikkun, there is something happening within you, and it's not your fault. I'm not saying blame yourself, but I am saying take responsibility, own the power that is you, the power that you have as a human being to recognize and heal our subconscious beliefs, to heal our subconscious patterns, behaviors, tikkuns, the things that we're attracting through our mind, and we don't even maybe consciously realize that we are. We have the power to heal that. So once you take responsibility for your role in creating this life, that's when you're really able to take your power back and start working on healing. So start changing your story today. Start scripting, start journaling. What is the life that you are trying to create? What are the beliefs that you want to adopt? Write those all down. Repeat that to yourself daily. Truly embody the energy of the version of you that you want to become. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's not. Okay? It's called a tikkun for a reason. It's called baggage for a reason. It's the hard shit that we have to deal with in this life, because that's what our soul decided what was needed for its level of evolution. That's also why we can't compare our journey to someone else's, because our souls came down here for different purposes. Recognize yours. What is my tikkun? I'm not concerned with other people's. I'm not going to start telling people, oh my God, I learned this concept called tikkun, and oh my God, like this is what you need to heal. No, we're not doing this for other people. This is something for us to work on within ourselves, to recognize why do we keep attracting the things that we keep attracting, work on healing the cycle at its root, and going from there. Obviously, we could go on and on about this topic forever, but I'm going to call it there. I hope you guys got value from this video. If you did, please leave it a like and leave a comment down below, letting me know what was the most valuable thing you got out of this video. And without further ado, see you in my next one. Bye!